Hi everyone, this is Jesse. In this video, my goal is to show you how to create your Zoom meetings and schedule them for the entire first quarter. So if you look on my Zoom account right now, which I got to by just logging on to Zoom on a web browser, you'll see that I have my period 1, chemistry 1, quarter 1 classes set up, and that they are scheduled for every Monday at 8 a.m. for the entire quarter. Okay, so if I kept scrolling, goes to the 9th, which is the last week of quarter 1, which ends on the 13th. So that's 9 weeks in all. And each of these meetings has the same meeting ID, which you can see from here. It has the same passcode too, which you'll see in a little bit. Okay, so this is how we're going to set up our meeting. We're going to do it by quarter and by class. All right. So this is how you set one up. So I'm going to set up my period 2 chemistry class right now. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to go up to schedule a meeting. You're going to click on schedule a meeting. You're going to name it. No, I would name it by the period. So I've got period 2, chemistry 1. Okay, and then put quarter 1. Okay, now if you've created a template, you can select from here and you click on the template that you've created. So you can see I have period 1, chemistry 1. Now that's not the correct template. I'm not going to click on it because I don't want you guys to not know how to create the whole thing. So you could do that later. So I've got period 2, chemistry 1, quarter 1. Now I go down and I'm going to click on the first day of the week for, and I'm always going to do Monday. First, I'm going to select for the first day of the week of the quarter. Even though our first day is technically the 16th, I'm going to set it as the 14th of September. So it always does the same thing for each week. So I click on the 14th and I'm going to click at 8 in the morning. I have all my meetings starting at 8 in the morning. And it's okay as long as I don't start them all at once. It's okay for them to be scheduled at the same time. I'm just going to leave it as an hour. It doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to click reoccurring. So I'm going to click reoccurring. And I'm going to set my end date down here. Sorry, before I do that, I'm going to set it as weekly. Then I'm going to set the number of occurrences to 9. I make sure that it's selected on Monday here. I make sure that it's repeat every 1 week. Okay, and I'm going to go down and click on end date. So I'm going to click on the calendar, and this is where I'm going to go to November. Actually, I clicked it 13th just so it encompassed the whole quarter. Okay. I'm going to click on required for registration. Your students will have to register for the meeting. And I've got my passcode here, and I've got waiting room. These are locked. You have to have them for your meetings. Those are the preset for our school. I have mine for host, the video is on, and it says that the participant, the video is off. However, this is not saying that the videos can't be on. It's just that when a student enters your meeting, it's saying that when you start the meeting, the video will automatically be turned off and then they will turn it on, okay? So thinking about some of the SEL practices, you might want to consider whether or not you want to have the participant on for video or off for video for when they join the meeting. It does not mean that they can't turn their video on. For this, I've left it as both in case I need somebody to call into the meeting. And at the bottom, I'm just going to click save. Okay. I'm not pre-assigning any break rooms or anything like that. So I click save. Now I get to this meeting, which is kind of like where the information for this particular meeting is. And I can go down here and I can click show next to passcode. And now I have my meeting ID. I have my meeting passcode. and I have my registration link for my meeting. Okay, so that's everything I need to be able to share it out with students. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I typically do the meeting first. So I select this, and you can do it a couple different ways. This is just how I've been doing it. I hit Command C to copy it. All right, and now I'm going to take this link and I'm going to use it later. So I'm just selecting it now. All right, so if I wanted to make polls, this is where I would do that for that meeting, which would be down here, but I'm not going to do any of that at this point. So now that I've got this stuff set, I'm going to go click over here where it says meetings, and it shows all of my meetings that I just scheduled. And what you'll notice is now I have period 2, chemistry 1, quarter 1, and it's at all of the same plot places as all of my period 1 chemistry classes. And note that they're all on Monday, so it's the first day of every week, just the way I was hoping to have it, okay? So now that I've set up my meetings for the quarter, I'm done with scheduling the meetings, okay? And the next step you're going to need to do is to take the information from these meetings and put them into a Google Doc. So that'll be on the next video for you to watch.